Hey, what's going on, guys, and welcome back to another episode of the Bundesliga career mode. This is the 24th episode of the series, and we start today's episode off with a game against Benfica here, away from home in Portugal in match day 2 in the Champions League group stage. We lost in match day 1 away against Arsenal at the Emirates, and as they played tonight against Red Bull Salzburg, you'd fancy them to win this game, so losing tonight is not an option whatsoever. If we do get a defeat tonight, we'll be 6 points behind both Benfica and Arsenal already, a third of the way through the group, so we simply cannot afford to see the Portuguese side claim all 3 points. We come on the back of a solid 2-0 victory against Wolfsburg at the Volkspark Stadion, but our last 2 away games in both league and European competitions have been those defeats to Arsenal away and also Hoffenheim away as well 2 games ago. So coming to this one, I really don't know how it's going to go. We need to get something from this game, and a win would be fantastic, but at the end of the day, I'll take a point to just ensure that Benfica won't go 6 points clear of us with 2 games gone. So it's a massive game tonight and probably the biggest game of the season so far. Let's get a huge result away in Portugal and show Benfica we deserve this place in the Champions League. Yes, Luan wins it back for us. Well done. Now through towards Tolisso, and Tolisso finds Stendera down the left-hand side towards Masuaku now, and Masuaku cutting inside. He's going to need some support here. He'll poke it inside towards Stendera, who could get there and does. What a save by Cesar, and then Correa's acrobatic effort goes way over the bar and behind for a goal kick. It's a great save from Cesar, and then Correa, I mean, to be fair to him, the goal was gaping, so you may as well try it. But if you're going to try it, you got to at least hit the target. Correa fires the shot way over the bar. Why not just wrap your left leg around it and just shoot with your right foot still planted on the grass? Because surely you'll have way more accuracy. And that shot goes way over the bar. So good chance there. Stendera's shot saved by Cesar, but I really feel like Correa should be at least hitting the target there. And I wasn't holding L2. I was not holding L2, so why he did that, I'm not entirely sure. Here's Raul Jimenez for Benfica, tackled by Holtby, and now a chance on the break here. Stendera receives it, and Correa's got to make the right run, and he receives the ball. Not the best of through balls by Stendera, but still Correa on the ball. Can he beat his man with a Berber spin? Yes, he can. Angel Correa's round his man, through 1-on-1, surely! And he finds the top corner. Angel Correa with 3 minutes to go in the first half, opens the scoring. Benfica 0, Hamburg 1, and he runs to the substitutes to celebrate. It's not been the best of first halves, and he missed a great chance in the first 20 minutes when he went for an acrobatic kick when really he should have just gone for a simple shot with the goal gaping, but he makes up for it here, cutting in from the left with the Berber spin, getting inside the area, keeping his composure, and just finessing the ball in the end into the top corner. Really good finish by the Argentine, no chance for Julio Cesar, and it is Benfica 0, Hamburg 1 in a must not lose game, and what an advantage going into the break, taking that lead. Benfica 0, Hamburg 1, and Correa has got another. Well done. Yes, Tolisso, well done. Now through towards Holtby, and Holtby towards Correa. And what a chance here for 2. It's Correa cutting inside, going for goal, and dragging the shot way wide. And I didn't see Lewis Holtby signalling for the ball at the far post. He arrived late, and I just hesitated just for a little second there. I could have gave it to the on-running Lewis Holtby, as it's a terrible effort by Correa in the end. So still 1-0. That should be the score going to the break, and it is. And we're very happy with that. So half-time, Benfica 0, Hamburg 1. And, you know, it was a pretty uneventful first half before that goal, but we do lead by a goal to 0. That man's got it. Correa opening the scoring, and in a must-not-lose game, we lead. Excellent stuff. And a look at the stats at the half-time mark. As you can see, we've had 5 shots, 3 on target compared to their 1 and 0. They've had the ball, but that's totally fine with me. We got the goals. That's all that matters. So free kick to Hamburg a minute after the restart. Muller just off the bench won it, and he'll take it as well. And he'll whip it into the centre, looking for his man Lewis Holtby. And in the end, it goes to Tolisso, who couldn't make connection and heads it wide. It missed the first man. I was aiming for Holtby, and in the end, it found Tolisso, just hitting the target. Free kick to Hamburg, and Luan will take it. Why can't I command Jonathan Tah to get into the box? Because he's 6'4". He should not be the first man. He should be in the area. But fair enough, Luan will take it anyway, swinging into the centre, looking for Yannick Gerhardt off the bench, and oh my word, in the end, I was almost proved wrong there. Gerhardt's header fantastically saved by Cesar, and it is still 1-0. Point still stands, Tah would be in the box there, but either way, it's a great save by Cesar, and it is still just a 1-0 as Gerhardt finds Stendera on the edge of the area, and in the end, the shot goes harmlessly wide. Talisca, last chance of Benfica, you feel. Salvio finds Lissandro Lopez on the ball, through towards Semedo, headed away by Strobel, and it will be cleared, and still Benfica get it through, and again Strobel gets it away, and this time it will find Correa here, and Correa is up the pitch here, and he's beaten 1, and he's beaten 2, and Correa's on the ball. What a fantastic solo goal to be by Correa. If he completes it, it's Angel Correa for 2-0, and that will do it. Benfica 0, Hamburg 2, and this guy has been a fantastic signing already. Angel Correa with another goal, his second of the game, and we are going to claim a priceless win away in Portugal. Benfica 0, Hamburg 2, two-headed clearances by Strobel. The second one found Correa, who danced around two players, bared down on goal, and he kept his composure, put it past Cesar for a second time, and does ensure that we will claim a massive 3 points away in Portugal. Benfica 0, Hamburg 2, both goals from Correa, and for £11.5 million, what an investment that could prove to be. Another goal for the Argentine, a big one. It's 2-0, and the points are in the bag. Come on. And that will do it. Final score, Benfica 0, Hamburg 2, and we claim our first Champions League points in the group stage. Absolutely delighted with that, and that man got both goals. A fantastic performance from Angel Correa. He could have had a hat-trick as well had he not done that stupid acrobatic kick when he could have just wrapped the ball into the open goal. But either way, he scored both goals, so we certainly can't complain. We're very happy with his performance as we win the game and claim a massive win. And the stats of full time show you we thoroughly deserved this win as well. 8 shots, 6 on target compared to their 2 and 0. And they had more of the ball, yes, and a higher pass accuracy as per usual, but they barely attacked us in the entire 90 minutes. And I don't even think there was a proper highlight moment for them. So we won the game by 2-0. That's all that matters anyway. And of course, man of the match, no real surprises, does go to the boy up top. Even though Valencia got an 8.8, he didn't really have much to do, to be honest. So of course, we are going to give it to Angel Correa with the 8.3. Scoring both our goals, didn't misplace a pass either, was very threatening all game long, and again, could have had a hat-trick as well. But in the end, we don't care. 2-0 the final score, and we get a massive win in match day 2 of the Champions League group stage. And after Arsenal did beat Red Bull Salzburg as expected, that result proved to be just as important as I bigged it up to be pre-game. We had to get something from that game because if we lost to Benfica, both them and Arsenal would be 6 points clear of us with 2 games gone and also have the better head-to-head record. So we had to ensure we get something from that game. A point would have been good enough in my opinion, but a win is absolutely fantastic because now we overtake Benfica, going to second place on the head-to-head record, and we may only be a third of the way through the group. There's still a long way to go, but we've got the 2 toughest games out of the way already, and to be in second place and already have claimed our first win, that is a fantastic feeling. So delighted with that result. It really was a big game, and I'm so glad we came through. Following out a useful monthly report, and also you may have seen there as well, Cesar Valente has been called up to the Brazil squad for the first ever time. So I fist pumped when that happened. I was absolutely delighted. We've been training our scout future star like a madman. He's developed so well, and now he's been rewarded with a call up for the first ever time to the Brazil squad. So delighted with that. And of course, don't forget, we could still become Brazil manager. In the last episode, I was offered the job, and I said to you guys, should I take this job or not? Now, loads of you guys commented in the last episode, and it seems like most of you do want me to take it, so I probably will go ahead and accept the job in the next episode. It hasn't been accepted yet, though. It's still in my email inbox. I still got the offer. I'm just not entirely sure, because of course, if I do take it, it does mean that the series will take longer to progress, because we'll be worried about the country as well as the club. Because even though I just simulate the friendlies and the qualifiers and only play the competitions, it's still something else we'd have to worry about. And of course, after our fantastic start to Season 2 with Hamburg being in second place in our Champions League group stage and second place in the Bundesliga as well, I'm not entirely sure adding another project to this series is the right thing to do, because we're having to focus more time on something else when right now we're focusing 100% of our time on Hamburg. But to be honest, I do tend to manage a club with a country in any career mode I do, so because of that, I think it is the right thing to do, and I can't find another nation coming in which would interest me really, other than possibly the Germany job. So I think I probably will accept the Brazil job, maybe in the next episode or the episode after that, but for the time being it stays stalled in our email inbox. But for the second game of today's episode here, we will travel away from home to take on Mainz back in the Bundesliga. Now, after that victory over Benfica, I was really fancying my chances coming into this game, and of course last season you knew that our Achilles heel in the league was our away form. We lost 9 of our 17 games on the road, and that's why we couldn't mount a serious title challenge. But this season, from our first 3 away games, we've won 1, we've drawn 1, and yes, we've lost 1 as well, and that was our last away game to Hoffenheim. But our start away from home has not been too bad at all, and 5 minutes into this game we took the lead through Julian Brandt scoring his 3rd of the season, making it 1-0. A great start, and then 10 minutes later Masuaku receives the loose ball here and finds Julian Brandt, who plays it through towards Correa, who got the assist for the first goal. He gets the goal for the second though as Brandt plays him through. These two linking up once again, and 16 minutes in we celebrate in front of the away crowd once again as we make it Mainz 0, Hamburg 2. So what a start to this game. game. Julian Brandt and Angel Correa, I must admit, these two look like a great partnership in the cam and the striker role. They seem to work so well in tandem together. That was a brilliant assist there by Brandt into Correa, and Correa took his time, found the back of the net, and now scored his third goal, or I should say his fourth goal, sorry, in 3 games. Correa right now is on a roll. He is looking really, really good, and he's yet to grow a rating in the squad report, but his technical stats are improving, so I guess that's better than nothing. So 2-0 to Hamburg. What a fantastic start. In the 31st minute, though, some suicidal defending here from the away side. What we were doing, I've got no idea. Valente came out to punch away across, and it was headed away instead. He was on the floor, then Diekmeyer slipped when trying to clear the ball, but fortunately for us, Valente made a great recovery save, and we got the ball clear. So still Mike's 0, Hamburg 2. And as the game was coming to its close here, we were still leading by those 2 goals to 0, and the home side weren't really doing much to suggest they were going to get themselves back in the game. And with 7 minutes to go here, we went on a break. Lewis Holtby found Stendera here off the bench, who held it up, gave it to Correa, who took it round the last man, and then finessed the ball into the corner to score once again and make it Mainz 0, Hamburg 3. So 5 goals in 3 games right now for Correa. He is just on fire and looking like he's going to be worth every penny of that £11.5 million we spent on the guy. He is just, right now he's in this rich goal scoring form, which we haven't really seen in this series yet. Yes, of course, Dermot's last season had a few games in a row where he played quite well, but Correa right now is literally on fire and unstoppable, and he's looking so good. And when I signed the guy for £11.5 million, our new record signing, I was wondering whether I'd made the right call there, because I've never used him before. Sometimes when I buy a striker, it takes me a while to get familiar with the way he plays and whether he's going to do well for me or not. I'm not entirely sure when we first start, but with Correa, right from the beginning, he's looked lively, he's looked energetic, he's done really, really, really well, and right now, 5 goals in the last 3 games. He's in a rich goal scoring run of form, and that second goal as well, I know it's going to sound really stupid, when he scored that goal, it just reminded me of Messi's goal against Arsenal this year in the Champions League, when he took it round Petr Cech by taking that extra touch when he could have just blasted it first time. I know it's a little bit different because Correa took it around the last defender, not the goalkeeper, but for this goal, it reminded me of that one, because so often when I give the ball to a striker in that situation, cut it across to him and he's got a free shot or goal, the first thing on my mind is, shoot, press the circle button instantly, just press it as soon as you can and register a shot on target because you might score. But for that goal, the poise, the composure of Correa to take that extra touch, to pass up on a good shot, to get a great shot, which found the back of the net, that's something I don't often do with my strikers because I lack the composure to do that. With Correa, he just seems to have so much good, such good balance, so much agility, so much composure and poise. That showed that in that second goal, and right now he was just on fire. So Hamburg 3, Mainz 0, or Mainz 0, Hamburg 3, I should say, was the final score. A fantastic win, and Correa right now is looking like an absolute freak of nature. So a fantastic win for that, win for us in that game there. And coming to our third and final game today's episode here, we return to the Volkspark Stadion to take on Red Bull, is it Leipzig, as they take us on here. And right now this side are bottom of the table with 0 wins from their first 8 games. So coming to take us on, a side who haven't lost in the league at home since I took over. They wouldn't be fancying their chances, but we were fancying our chances of a big win, another great result. And if we did win this game, that would not only mean we'd have 4 wins in a row in all competitions, but also we would go top of the table in the Bundesliga for the first time since match day 1. So coming into this game, a huge one for us and a great chance for us to go top of the table. We weren't feeling the pressure or feeling the nerves though. We started off really, really well. We hit the post early on too, but unfortunately we were coming up against a goalkeeper, Galaxy, who was literally on fire for the away side. He was making save after save after save, ensuring that the away side wouldn't trail early on. And unfortunately for us, on the stroke of the half-time mark, well, wouldn't you just know it, this side who haven't won a game all season long, taking us on here, who haven't lost a game in the league at home ever since I took over, well, they'd take the lead, wouldn't they, on the stroke of the half-time mark, just passing their way inside. It was quite a nicely worked goal in all honesty. Bruno with a lovely little back heel there into number 7, who rifled the ball past Valente with absolutely no chance. But I just thought to myself, this is typical, you know, seriously, we're going to be such heavy favourites coming into this game. You'd fancy us to win it. You put so much money on us to win this game. We'd be a banker, really, in so many accumulators. But we trailed at the break by a goal to 0 against a side who haven't won all season long. So 1-0 to the away side here. 10 minutes after the restart, we get ourselves back on level terms. Leroy Sané scoring once again. What a start to the season for him, but unfortunately, the number 17 couldn't celebrate too much because the linesman's flag denied him of the goal, and it was still 1-0 to the away side. But once again, check this here on the graphic. Sané does still look offside. I'm not going to try and deny that, but look at the placement of the yellow and the red lines, and look at the Red Bull Leipzig defenders' feet. They're on the red line. They're on the red line where they're getting Sané's position from. That's absurd. I mean, yeah, sure, Sané probably is still just marginally offside, but not by that distance. That's just ridiculous. So a very, very odd graphic, and the second time I noticed that this season, where we've been denied a goal by a decision which looks clear-cut initially, but actually when you zoom in and you freeze frame, it shows that it's actually very, very thin at the margin between the defender and the attacker. So it was still Hamburg 0, Red Bull Leipzig 1, and that's all you needed to know. And as we were coming towards the close of the game, we were still trailing, and I couldn't create too many chances in the second half because their defense was absolutely fantastic, and the way they were keeping hold of the ball and preventing us from getting too many chances was really, really good. I just could not break them down. They were very disciplined and very structured, but the final chance fell to us here with 2.5 minutes to go. Luan received the ball, played it through towards Correa. We temporarily lost it, got it back through number 10 with a double heel to heel flick, stops the ball, then the roulette, goes for goal, and with 2.5 minutes to go, wouldn't you just know it, we rescue a point. We keep our home undefeated streak alive in the league, carrying on from Season 1 into Season 2, and who's the man that rescues a point? Who do you think it is? It's the Angel Correa show today. He scored once again. It's his 6th goal in 4 games in all competitions right now. He is just on fire, and this goal is the biggest one of them all. And what a goal it was too. He received the ball after the away side failed to deal with it. They failed to clear the ball away after Luan's terrible through ball inside. He received the ball, double heel to heel flick, then stopped the ball, then a roulette, and what a strike into the top corner. And I'll say it again, when I signed him, I wasn't totally sure. I've never used him before, but Lord knows I feel as though I've made an absolutely fantastic decision to bring this guy to the Volkspark Stadion. He's on fire right now, and he is looking like he's worth every single penny of that £11.5 million. So 1-1 the final score. I would have been fuming how we not got at least a point from this game though. We had 9 shots and 9 on target as well. Only the 1 goal, so no real surprise Galaxy got man of the match. But anyway, we got ourselves a point. We're certainly happy with that. No, we could have lost that game, but it is still, despite that, a big missed opportunity, because instead of going top of the table, we failed to do that. We throw away a priceless opportunity to go top and still remain in 2nd place. Now 1 point behind the league leaders of Bayern Munich. But that is going to be today's episode of the Bundesliga Career Mode, guys. So a big thank you for watching the video. Really hope you have enjoyed it. If you enjoyed today's episode, then please do leave a like. That is much appreciated, and it really helps the channel out as well. Much love to you all, and I'll see you for the next episode of the Bundesliga Career Mode very soon, where I might have a double upload day tomorrow for you. We'll have to wait and see. See you tomorrow morning.